tree in the sky. The tree is walking around in the rain, moving past us in the squishy gray. It's got a job to do. It picks the life out of the rain, like a blackbird in a cherry orchard. As soon as the rain stops, the tree stops too. It simply stands, motionless in the clear nights, waiting just as we do for that moment when snowflakes will throw themselves out in space. I hope someday to be able to write like that. Until then, I'm going to write like this. This is called Pendant. From her slim bare neck, a small pendant sways, with short steps and slim hips, shoulders held back and her chin held high, her heart leading her forth with this ornament, a conversational artifact threaded through the eye of an alien hieroglyphic expression that says, "I'm complicated," in a tongue long dead except to the scholars of civilizations under dust, and a girl wanting a complex way of saying, "Study me." Too shy to stray to thorny thoughts, the twisted tiny sliver of silver only speaks a modicum, strength, fertility, peace, or some loosely interpretive idea small enough to touch your white skin above small firm breasts, keep the eyes of the admirers confused in the economy of words. An eyelash rests on a collarbone in the gallery where I last saw her, a wordless exchange at the condiment table at the coffee house with cement floors. She marks the moment with a toss of her hair, gives a look aside, and just past me, the pendant falls again to center. Trying to mix the highs and the lows. I realized after trying to put my poetry together, I really only got 2 channels, so and you're going to get them both. This is still in that same vein. This is called December Dunes. I froze my ass off back home once. From the frigid moonlight above, tracks in the snow are revealed, the path of a wandering dog, the rabbit family scampering away while it slept. Fresh, deep wells in the powder are punctures from an oblong and staggered gait. I'm stepping deeply, deliberating my path, bearing straight to the shed, flanked by drifts and curving snow ramps. Swirling curls of wind and eddies grace the corners. I shave a flat edge into one by the arc of the metal door as I open it. The door breaking into another darker recess of uncertain quiet, carving an ingress into a concrete void, stamping and shivering in hollow echoes against the flexing steel walls from the wind outside. Pitch darkness within as full as the moon outside. Every sound seems miles apart. Bursting coyote cries bring alacrity of purpose. Wailing wind outside cannot tear at my ears, but I lose my sight. Still air scratches, painful breath. I must find my shovel, feeling from fabric fingers until the heft and clamor of iron drags a ragged melody. My ear tells me I have found the artifact. My eyes are struggling to be idle, nothing to grasp. My scarf is slipping again, cold skin pinching, so the rigid tool must be discarded to free both hands, and it clangs to the cement in brusque rudeness to unsettle any phantoms clinging to the dark air inside with me. Unfolded, twice wrapped again, scarf in place, the cloud of breathing stifled. I can only see hasty puffs when looking at the door. The woolen guard at my neck secures a slower leak. Heat is precious. I count the moments to get back inside. This adventure is minutes too long. Gather your blade, lower your face, step back into the blue albedo with the staccato double tap of the door latch. Bang shut. Now, outside, the howls are farther. Find the trail again. Woo. You want a new one? Here you go. Cocksure. Slim hipster croons his hip-hop wah-wah, spouting ghetto talk to show how connected he is. Synthetic pump and pop music that slaps you into convulsive dance. Sporting small, little, tiny round hats for tiny heads. Odd fashions for the dandy, to be copied by every tween boy to 30-year-old man in the powerful demographic of coffee houses and chic bars. Launching logos and designer labels for girls to judge you by because he wears them. soul patch and girlish looks, tight-fitting vests and designer slacks from century-past fashions. He looks ridiculous. Faux elegance, yet imitation is infectiously pursued. I know what this is. Envy. I know the ringing in my ears, green feelings from my stomach. He makes more money in a week than I'll ever see in 2 years. He's polite to the press, suave poses for the magazine cover, tweets to the internet, brings hordes of listeners. He sells albums, stars in movies, balls the goddesses of magazine covers. His leftovers are my paradise. He has dalliances and affairs with chivalry, all met with approvals. He is 15 years younger than me. He is not afraid of anything because imperfection does not apply. People press his clothes, do his makeup. He can shop for cars without hesitation. Untold options and all the time in the world. Travel anywhere on a whim, ski on a Wednesday, party in the Mediterranean. Disappear into comfort when things get too hot. Palm Springs, Hawaii, who knows? No boss to explain why he's not coming into work for the next 3 months. No one to ask him where his name tag is. No one to inconvenience his exploits when the mundane things like interest charges. No one to curtail his curiosity or creativity, and no one to crush his soul in the slow press, lack of time, seat numbers, and getting bumped from flights. Lack of money, shitty jobs with uniforms, conflicting priorities, and other bullshit. He doesn't have to worry about being old. He won't be old. Magazines will do retrospectives on him, compliment his physique and style, how gracefully he's aged, and why not? He's never had his back broken. He's rarely known denials. He can meditate now and forever. He can be a portrait in a museum. He can live forever. And I won't, except for this bullshit.
Woo!